In this video, we'll be replacing the alternator in a Toyota Corolla. First thing you're going to want to do is disconnect the battery, take that negative cable off. You'll see he's pushing it aside so it doesn't come back up and connect to that battery. You're going to need to disconnect the power wire from the alternator and then take that electrical connector out. Then you're going to want to take the belt off, so you're going to loosen that adjuster bolt there. It's a 12 millimeter and a 14 millimeter. That allows the alternator to move, and then it loosens the belt so you can take it off. Then you can remove that mounting bolt and the bracket so that you can take that off. And then remove the mounting bolts. And remove the alternator.
With alternators, this one is a Denso. It's a very nice alternator. So this is already flush. What this does is that once you sink the bolt in, it sucks the nut towards it and clamps it down within the bracket. This is supposed to be a free, there's a gap in between this and the actual bracketry. So on remanufactured ones, this will already be pulled in because they never pushed it back out. So install is excruciatingly difficult. So sometimes you'll have to get a bolt with a socket on it, and then to pull this back flush here, just for ease of installation.
Then you're going to install that alternator and just put the belt on there so that it kind of holds it. It's a 14 millimeter bolt holding the alternator there.
Now that I have my alternator kind of in place, I'm actually going to throw my belt on just so it doesn't go anywhere while I'm working.
And you're going to need to reinstall that mounting bracket. It's a 12 millimeter bolt. There's two of them. And then just tighten them up so that they're still kind of loose so you can still have some playroom.
Now I just kind of get into belt alignment, so this looks like a good spot for that. I just want to make sure I'm not going to impede any movement of the alternator, because if it's cocked too high or too low, it won't move smoothly.
Then you're just going to start tightening that adjuster till it starts to pull that belt tighter.
You can kind of see where it had stopped before, so I'm probably looking for a spot in there. It's always good to start twisting the belt. You take the longest portion, you shouldn't be able to fold it 90 degrees.
Should not be able to?
Yep. I'm going to go just a touch more. That feels about right.
Once you get that adjusted to the right tightness, then you're just going to torque those bolts down. You're going to reconnect the power wire and the electrical connector. And just tighten that hand bolt by hand, the 10 millimeter, and then just put on that wire. Reconnect the battery. And you're all set.